Hi everyone, happy December 9th, is that right? Sunday, December 9th. I hope you've had a really good day and we've had a busy one. We went to church this morning and right after church I had to practice well, not really a duet. I'm accompanying somebody at a music service next week. One of the people at my church, she plays the organ. She's like 18 or 19, and she sent me a text on, I think it was Thursday maybe, and she said, they asked me to play the cello on the 16th. Can you accompany me? And I said, okay, bring me the music. So we stayed and I practiced and it was really fun. She's really good, and so it was fun to accompany her. So I did that today. We went out for lunch and then headed straight to a family birthday party. Our nephew is turning 3, and we went to his birthday party and sat and visited for a little while. And I got in a little bit of knitting time on my Advent wrap. It is here. This is the progress so far. And the yarn, this is actually yesterday's color. It's this one, which is it nomadic yarn? I think that's right. And then the next one is actually very similar to my dark gray main color. It is Twist Fiber Studio, and I don't think there's a colorway name on it, but it's a kind of soft gray. Twist Fiber Studio. And I think it'll be kind of nice to have a little extra of that gray in there. I think there's enough contrast with my main color that you'll be able to tell, but it's close. So that's going to be my next color. After that, I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I have a few more that are from friends, people that I know personally. This is, I think this is from Jay-Z, who designed the Chestnut Leaves shawl. So I've got a couple of pretty colors from her that I can put in. This one is just gorgeous purple and green. Sorry about the crinkling. So that might be the next ones, but still going on that. I also, third time's a charm, cast on and I'm gonna pull out my bag, the Pure Imagination cowl. And this was specifically designed for Cappy of the Yarn and I podcast. It was specifically designed for the swap. And so there was actually another pattern that's a shawl. I'll have to look up the name of that one. But I was just kind of in the mood to do a cowl, and I got the pattern sent to me this morning. Again, it's called Pure Imagination, and it's not anything particularly difficult. I've read through it. It's very much the kind of thing that I like for a project like this, because once I get started, I just cast on the next color or add the next color, and it's the same thing over and over. So it's not a lot of brain space taken up trying to figure out something new. The funny thing is, it wasn't funny at the time, I've actually cast this on 3 times. The first time, in spite of really trying to be careful, I twisted it. And about the partway through the second round, I thought, this is not gonna work, this is twisted. So I pulled it off the needles, started casting on again, and pretty quickly realized that for my long tail cast on, I had not left enough of a tail. So I pulled that off, and the other problem I was having was the cable. This part. I had cast on with Addies, and I love Addies. The needles are fantastic, I love them, but something about that cord, that cable part here, I think it was too stiff or something, and that was part of why it was so hard to get it started without twisting. So I thought I'll give it one more shot and try a different needle. This is still twisting up a little bit, but it's not quite as bad. What I switched to was a Hiya needle. The Hiya Sharp, it's the same size needle, 32-inch length, but this has gone much better. I don't know if it's exactly the needle or the fact that I now have some practice casting this on, or maybe I just cast on more loosely this time. But anyway, it's so far going better, but obviously I am just barely started. There are a couple of variations for this pattern that you can do. In one, you use about 50 grams of a main color plus a dozen minis. I think that 10 gram minis, I think that's right. Or you can do 100 gram main color with 24 minis, but you're holding them together throughout. Third variation has you not use a main color, but just use the minis. I decided to take just some undyed yarn and put all my different minis held double with this just plain creamy white. The first one is the one from Cappy. Let's see if I can get it untwisted here. Isn't it pretty? Pinks and purples and greens. And it's really pretty held with this white. My next color, here goes my cuckoo clock, I have not yet opened. It says, it just says Earthwise. I don't think that's the actual yarn, but you ready? No, Yarning Apart. It says Yarning Basics Fingering, 75-25 superwash merino nylon, 10 grams, and the color is Hearth. And I'll turn so you can see the other side. And look, a stitch marker that I can use. That's pretty brilliant. It's beautiful red. It's looking a little more pink than it actually is. Anyway, that's gonna be beautiful. So that held double with the white. I think that'll be gorgeous. So that's gonna be my color for tonight or tomorrow, whenever I get to it. Because I'm just getting started on the 9th, I'm probably gonna take days that I can, I'll do at least 2 to try to get more or less caught up. I'm hoping I'll be close to done by, if not by Christmas, at least by New Year's. How's your Advent project going if you're doing one? I'm really enjoying my Advent wrap. I think I'm gonna really like wearing it. Once it's blocked, I'll probably block, it's lace, so I'll block it pretty aggressively. I think it's gonna be a really nice size. You can see it's very stretchy. So that's gonna be a good, what, 16 inches or more blocked. And then it'll stretch nicely this way too. I am sipping a drink out of my hand warmer cup soak. If you can see, there's a little place to slip your hand in there and it'll keep your hand toasty warm. I got this at, I think it was at the Carolina Tea Plantation down near Charleston, or is it Charleston Tea Plantation? And it's just so pretty. I like it. And I am wearing, and it was cold today. It was raining and like 36 degrees all day. So it was just kind of a damp, icky cold, but nothing fun, no snow or anything. If you went a couple of hours drive north, they had, hour and a half away around Greenwood, they had quite a bit of sleet. And then just a little bit above that around Greenville and points north, they were getting significant amounts of snow. I heard today around Asheville had like a foot of snow. We just had cold and rainy. So I've been wearing my Perfect Retreat shawl today. And you can see the lace pattern. It called for another repeat of this little section right here, the little V part at the bottom. But I skipped it because my yarn was starting to run out, and honestly, I was just ready to wear it. It also, I think the pattern has a picot bind off maybe, and I just did a plain bind off. But it's super cozy warm, and I have enjoyed it very much today. Well, I hope that you have had a restful weekend and that your holiday plans, whatever they are for this week, are going smoothly and that you're getting to spend time with the people you love. Talk to you soon. Merry Christmas.